Hey everyone, hey and welcome back to yet another episode of Battle Rap Resume. It's your host Tom Quee. Follow us at Battle Rap Resume on the Twitter. We've passed 1,000 followers now, which is a minor milestone in the grand scheme of things. But still, thank you to everyone who's following on there. Get in touch with us as well. BattleResume@gmail.com. We have a show, Ask Battle Rap Resume, where I read out the emails. If that's one you want to hear yours read out there, so definitely follow that up. Subscribe to us. Give us a review on the iTunes or on Patreon as well. One of the great things about the show that I enjoy doing is just reach out to people that maybe haven't spoke to before that I just think, let's just exchange some views on battle rap, or what do we think about certain things. And, it's the man, Carlton Shanks, for no other reason than it's Carlton Shanks. How's it going, man?
It's not too bad. How's it going with you?
You haven't been battling long. I didn't
No,
realize...
only like a year.
Like, how long were you kind of the fan pupae to the kind of current butterfly?
I've been watching since about 2011.
Right.
2011. I can't remember why I actually started battling, to be honest. Like, I just was watching 1 minute tryouts, people choking. You only have to remember about 20 bars, and I was like, I could do better than this. Thought I'd give it a go. It's not gone too badly, to be fair. Decent first year. I'd say I'm relatively known. Unless you're in Viewpoint, then you probably won't. You probably won't know who I am.
Well, I mean, I think you are known. Because, for a fan, you have quite an attacking style that kind of, I don't know, there's a sense of, you've watched people before, you've developed this kind of attack through tastes. Who are the people you admire battle-wise?
Oh, I'd say, Jonai.
Right.
I used to really like Yunnan before he got all a bit,
a bit
I mean,
meta.
you can, yeah. I mean, I could never, even though he's a midget anyways or whatever and pretty small, his aggression... It wasn't really that much of an issue until he got punked so many times. Now I just can't really enjoy his style. But I used to be a big favorite of mine. I rewatched him v Jefferson Price so many times. Right. He's got so many classics like Yunnan, Jonai. Yeah. Quite a big fan of Tay-Rock, Bender. I've got quite a varied taste in what I like, to be honest.
Did you watch Tay-Rock versus Chess?
I did watch Tay-Rock versus... I watched it ages ago. I've had the bootleg for every event from every battle from that event anyways. Mm-hmm. Chess had... I still think Chess needs to condense his rounds down a lot. He has so much good stuff and then so many dry spots because he's rapping for 10 minutes each time. They need time limits on Smack.
No, completely.
It's just the time I could spend watching a Smack battle, I could watch half a movie basically, and that's just way too long for a battle. Wait,
have you seen the all rap edits that go?
Yes. I saw. What is it? I think Canel posted it the other day.
Yeah,
he posted the Tay-Rock v Chess one or something. It was 26 minutes.
Yeah,
and the actual upload is 50 minutes. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. It's just. Yeah, but Chess, he has that thing within his writing that I sort of noticed it in your battle with Titan. Actually, Titan has a chess bar. I don't know if you realised.
Which one was that?
The forget.
The forget.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
So it's he says forget, you mind go with it, and I think Chess is he's against Reaper Rel, the guns amnesia, the forget everything.
What league did he battle Reaper Rel on?
Oh, it was a sort of the trap, I think.
Oh, Trap New York.
Yeah. It was pre-makeup Reaper.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Yeah. It's not bad. There's a guy who keeps shouting after every chess bar. He's only 16.
He's only 16.
This guy just keeps shouting it.
This is do you know who Rome DMV is?
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course.
Oh yeah. Have you seen his battle with his battle he did with Drugs? Is he's not even a battle rapper. He's a blogger. He's just the hype man is different in American leagues. It's crazy. So crazy.
You're quite the hype man yourself in your leisure time.
If I'm proper enjoying a battle and I'm pretty pissed up, I will let you know if I like your bars, to be honest. But yeah, I do it that's I don't enjoy battles the same way unless I'm in there in person. Then it's just it gives you a lot more of a feel for it. So I can get a little carried away, in Dank v JB. Not so much me, but like, do you know who Will Spliff is? Like Ashley James.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, like him. We like for that whole battle. All the comments is basically just like, who are these cunts behind Dank Schrader ruining a classic, and like, yeah, we probably went over the top there, but it was a good battle. It's a great battle, to be fair.
One of the best battles of last year.
Definitely.
Easily.
Definitely.
What's a better Don't Flop battle from 2016 than that battle? I can't think of that many other than Soul's kind of run.
Yeah, those weren't like good back and forth though. It was just like Soul like taking people apart. That was a good back and forth.
Oh,
and,
man.
Like, it was a sick battle.
Yeah. Dank was like, is that? I'm not being controversial. Is that the best Dank we've seen?
Is it what?
Is that the best Dank we've seen? Do you reckon in terms of just? I think it's astounding performance.
I'm trying to think, and I don't think he's had a better performance than that, to be honest. Everything just came together for that.
Yeah.
It was jokes, bars, everything. It was like a proper receptive crowd and everything. I think he spends a little bit too much time on the sort of purposely bad bars now.
Sure.
There, he didn't do it as much there. He gave you a bit more. But that's definitely probably his best performance, I reckon.
And, you know, yourself, affiliated with KOTR, pretty much through and through, but you go way back, you're TFN original, right?
Oh yeah, back from the old forum days.
Jesus,
TFN.
Man.
It's just like, I'm trying to remember
the flying hellfish of like battle rap groups.
It is like the Illuminati. Or if people know what TFN is, I'm like, you're certified. You know what's going down. You know what's going
Bohemian Grove out here, like just this like mysterious thing. Like, but I mean, you know, a lot of the people from TFN though, similar to like Skull and Bones, etc., your Barnes, your JBs, they became stars.
Yeah, there's like a decent percentage that actually went on to battle, and there's a few, like, what is it, JB, Bard, Crescendo, RIP. Who else is there? I think that, like, yeah, there's only like 3 or 4 battlers, but like, considering this is just from like a bunch of people who randomly used to chat shit on the chat box on the forum, it's not too bad. Like,
was the depth of conversation, of critique, of camaraderie, was it just better in the old pre-Viewpoint days?
It definitely was, because like, I don't even really know how to explain it. It becomes too much of a mob mentality on Viewpoint, and then everyone's just like, there's certain people that you can't touch and this and that. Like, I don't know if it's the anonymity, but people tend to be a lot more honest on forums where it's not on Facebook, where you can't see everything about them. There's less dick riding shit. People will literally just tell you it straight, which is why every battle rapper almost used to hate going on there. Because if you'd done something stupid, or if you're trashing a battle, they would tell you that. And you'd have to deal with it. If it's on like Viewpoint and that, people try to be a little bit more diplomatic. They don't really want to face any backlash, because it's like, oh, now you know my name, now you're gonna remember me. It's just like, and people hold grudges in battle rap. People don't want that backlash. It's a lot better when there's more anonymity, although that makes it sound like people are just cowards saying whatever. But I think people are a lot more honest when they know there's not going to be any backlash, realistically.
Yeah, I remember in the I think it's a doubles final with Marlowe and Shuffle against Cracker and C. Like, Marlowe has a little bit about Cracker like going on the forum, and like I would love Carlton to like get those original threads just in flaming Cracker.
Oh, I can't believe they deleted the original. There was so much gold on that forum. So much gold. I can remember Cracker when he was, his name was like Stay Lurking or something on the forum. He used to hate that shit so much. Shocks hated it. Briggsy hated it. Right. Almost every battler who was on there didn't like it at all, to be honest. But there was so much gold.
And why were you banned from Viewpoint?
It was, what is it? What is it? I had like a sort of back and forth with Callum, going back from the old forum days, basically. Like, I can't remember what it was, but there was, I thought it was a bit smarmy back in the old forum days, and I was like one of the only people who would say this then, and then it just sort of carried over to Viewpoint, and I was just like, I remember when you didn't have any of this power, and you was just another, before you literally had to get, Sam Graphics to give you this job. And then he just sort of got a little full of himself as like a Viewpoint moderator. And they just like started deleting my posts and shit and just talking down in general. And I can't remember one time I posted something to do with DNA, and it was probably a bit negative because you know, I like to be realistic. I was just like, DNA, he's so formulaic in this battle. Right. And he posted something, he's like, why are you posting something negative and this and that? I was like, if you don't like it, move on. Right. And then he deleted my post there just to make a point. And I inboxed him or something, and I was like, what is it? That's real mature or something, or whatever. And then it sort of escalated to like, okay, all right, be this much of a dick to me in person, see what happens. And it basically comes across as a physical threat. And then I literally just went on the forum and tagged him. I was like, Callum Martin, why don't you tell these people where you got a problem with me? And then there's like, I don't know if you remember it, there's like a long post of just like loads of random shit, and eventually got banned from that. But I've been allowed back in twice since then, and got banned within a day each time. But yeah, that's basically the story of where I was banned from that viewpoint.
Okay, well, I mean, yeah, this is just a sort of general get to know Carlton Shanks sort of thing. We will eventually go through all the battles and stuff like that, but as this is kind of last minute, we'll go through Titan after a few questions.
Okay.
One of which, this is from Jamie Maverick on the UK Battle Rap group. UKBL need their own group as well. You can't get enough of these Facebook groups for battle rap. So
I don't like. There's so many Facebook groups. Like, I think Koji specifically doesn't like forums as well. So I doubt he will create one. Right. So that's unlikely to happen. But I think it helps with the growth. But at the same time, I think it's almost part of the reason why Don't Flop stagnated. To be honest, because if you can get popular on Viewpoint, you can basically get popular in Don't Flop in general, is what I found anyways. Like, I think it's like that with like King of the Dot Talkback a lot. Like they worship like fucking Dunch and E Pharrell and all these lot as if they're gods and shit because they're really interactive on the forums and that.
Yeah.
So it's got pros and cons really.
Yeah. So Jamie Maverick comments, ideal URL card.
Ideal URL card. Okay. Start with Tay-Rock v like Big K.
Wow.
I think it's probably never going to happen because Tay-Rock almost never battles off of Smack, and Big K will probably never be on Smack again.
He will.
I don't think he will. He's got too many problems with him, especially Norbs.
Maybe it's a coup though, isn't it? It's a luck style kind of money grab. It could be quite huge.
It could be huge. It's got back-to-back punches. That'd be crazy, to be honest. B Magic v Av. That's something that'll never happen again. Probably.
Well, I mean, that'll never happen. No, that'll never happen.
B Magic kind of isn't the same battler he used to be, anyways. To be fair, but I think
it's hard as a B Magic fan because he's such a god.
He is, but his decline is slowly catching up with him. I can't remember the last time I saw him battle. Actually, it was on King of the Dot. Probably it was like Ines.
Yeah.
Probably not going to be on Smack again either. Like a lot of the Smack battles that want to happen just aren't feasibly realistic. Like Romnitty v Conceited, I think that one could happen. That'd be a pretty good match. Or Romnitty v JC as well.
Yeah.
I want to see Romnitty against like a heavy puncher in general. He's not battled Big K either, has he?
No, he hasn't. No.
That could be a crazy matchup. I think Mike PV Real Deal, that should happen soon, especially after. What is it? Do you see him Real Deal v Reaper L? What is it? The whole little debate thing they had.
Yeah. Mike was sort of piping up in the background.
That would be interesting. Also, like, I kind of don't want it to happen because it'd just be like, all right, we've got two white guys on Smack, we've got to put them together, obviously. But now it's got like a little actual motive behind it. Plus, I think they're both pretty good at angles in general, and that's not like a common trait on Smack battles. I think it could be a sick matchup though.
What do you think of Mike P?
I'm really iffy how I feel about him, to be honest. I think he has glimpses of brilliances like the Street Fighter shit, the fucking Tink, and then what is it? The Daylight. He had the fast flow, the 4-4, surprisingly low like Mike, but he has loads of dry spots that I'm just like. I need a couple more wow moments from him, really. Plus, he doesn't really win convincingly. but that's not really important. Neither does chess, and he's like almost top tier basically now. Every battle he gets is like 1 million views on Smack. But I'll if a Mike P battle comes out, I will pretty much always watch it. To be fair.
And Nathan Jones, who designs designs pretty much everything on Battle Rap Resume, great guy. He asks, what do you think's missing from the UK scene right now?
What I think's missing, I think personality. To be honest, like technically speaking, the battlers are technically better than they've ever been probably, but there's just too much of people just following like a system of just reference popular thing, get reaction. There's not like I'd rather watch like an L's battle than like a new battle that's uploaded now or something, just because it gives you a little bit more insight. Like loads of people can do good bars, but like you need to show the people specifically something about you that no one else can do, and not enough battlers do that. Like there's loads of battlers that are basically interchangeable with someone else. Like they're not really offering you anything new. But I don't know if it's too late to really remedy what's missing in the UK scene now. But like possibly like League v League cards would be good as well. Also, like King of the Ronalds v Gab was crazy to be at. I think like maybe Dub Scandal v like King of the Ronalds is like the closest one. I don't think Don't Flop would be prepared. To be fair, it'd probably be a wash if Don't Flop battled any other league.
Yeah.
Also, but like the smaller leagues, people need to take more note of the smaller leagues while all this turmoil's going on as well.
But it would be great though if Don't Flop in its kind of ailing state were to say to raise money, okay, we'll battle King of the Ronalds. But like you say, they literally get like Soul, Shocks, Quill, Gemini. And it's like no matter who goes up against them,
no one from any other league is beating them anyways. No. But I mean, like, but it'd still be nice to see though. It adds like a competitive element. To be honest, like that's why I think King of the Dot v Don't Flop as well would be pretty good.
Yeah.
But that's probably not gonna happen either.
No, not for the time being.
But you need real competition. There needs to be like an actual, like most battles that aren't on training days aren't judged anyway, so what does it really matter? Like even when they were making wrong decisions in the past and that, it was still more interesting to me. Like what is it, on Dub Scandal the other day, someone posted a battle and it was like 100 comments just on people talking about the judging decision. That gets people more interested, more invested. If it's just like a promo battle, it's like, all right, this is a good battle, never need to watch again. If a battle happens and you think this is completely wrong, this is not right, you're automatically like more invested into it. You're more interested. You want to talk about it more rather than just watching a battle and probably never watching it again after that. I think judging needs to come back. Like every Dub Scandal battle was judged, and I thought that made it more interesting in general. To be honest, like there's not enough judging in battle rap anymore.
I mean, is it really as hard as people say? A lot of people as a counter argument go like, oh, but it's so objective, people get it wrong. But most of the time, you can judge it quite fairly. Yeah,
most of the time, it's not that hard, to be honest. Like, most of the time, unless it's like a complete robbery where it's like 3-0 the other way, most of the time it is preference and it'll be like 2-1 either way. And someone will say, well, I don't really agree with that, but you're probably not wrong, because it's not like completely this guy just didn't do anything enough to win. Like there's like, what is it they did for, the UK Battle League, they did, you can vote on your phone, although I don't know how actual reliant that was, because Koj beat Tony D on that. And I was like, I'm not too sure about this one, but that was a decent judging system. You can literally just vote for yourself and then it sort of tallies up. Although again, I don't know the actual validity of that.
No. I had Cracker and Koj on before their first event, and we were talking about that system, and I was going crazy. I was just like, this will revolutionise battle rap, live in the. And if it was done well, because I appreciate you got the gremlins in the system and everything, but if it was done accurately, it'd be quite good and have like a league table. But unfortunately, league tables work in football because they play every week, so it kind of changes. Whereas this will be a lot slower and people don't make events and it's a bit more hard to quantify. But just quickly, Damon Odell asks for your mass free predictions. So I'll just reel off the matchups quick. Who you think will win and why? DNA versus Jim's.
DNA clear win. Like, I watched loads of Jim's vlogs. He's got charisma, but as a battler, he is very, very average. DNA, even though I don't really like him in general, he's a more complete battler. It's going to be 3-0 DNA, basically.
Shotty P versus Shotgun Shug.
Shotgun Shug. I reckon, last time I saw him on King of the Dot, he came with really short rounds. I don't know how seriously he's going to take this battle. If he does, he should easily beat Shotty P, but I don't think he will. I think Shotty P is going to take it a lot more seriously. He'll probably take the battle. I'm predicting also a Shotgun Shug choke.
What about Sharon versus Averb?
This is this could either be amazing or terrible. Like, it's based Sharon. Almost every battle he does against like a smack guy, even though he wins most of them, they don't really have any replay value because it's like watching the same battle over and over again. It's just like, I'm the sort of nerdy, corny white guy. You did this, you did that. And they're just like, they're telling him the same thing he hears in every battle. They just don't really seem to. And Averb isn't really the same battle he was. I'd go Sharon. I'd pretty much always go Sharon against any smack battler now, to be honest.
Saurus v Clips.
Ooh. Saurus will probably win because Charlie Clips is one of the most unpredictable battlers ever, and I don't really know how serious he would take it now that he's on like Wild and Out and that, to be honest.
Right.
But like, this is probably one of, like, I'd like to see what is it Charlie Clips v Disaster as well. This is one of the only few matches that I'd be like, okay, I'd kind of be interested in like this Charlie Clips battle. But Thesaurus should easily win because he cares more about it.
Mickey Fax v Daylight.
This is a weird matchup. Like, I've only seen one Mickey Fax battle.
Danger.
Yeah, Danger Zone, and that was kind of a weird battle.
Yeah. Like,
he's a sick artist, but battle wise, I don't really know what he can do. And Daylight doesn't normally fuck about on King of the Dot matches, to be fair. But I feel like Mickey Fax will probably have a lot more to say to Daylight than Danger Zone, and I think if he can really like sort of hone in the shit that makes him a great artist into like the battle format, I think he could beat Daylight, and Daylight loses most battle. I'm gonna go Mickey Fax.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Chiller versus Ilmac.
This is also
wow.
This could be a pretty good match, to be honest. Yeah. Like, Ilmac, I don't remember what his last battle he had with Roan. That wasn't a great battle. No. Chiller Jones has been on a pretty sick streak.
Right.
And like basically almost retired, well, basically retired Jonai. Although I don't think he retired because he got bodied by Chiller Jones. But I don't really know. This is like probably my pick for match of the night after Pat Stay v Big K. I don't know. This is a tough one. I think Ilmac will probably be able to bring more elements, but I'm going to go Chiller Jones, actually. Chiller Jones.
Okay. Arsenal versus Iron Solomon.
Arsenal has loaded Lux after this battle. That's all that needs to be said, really. All I'm expecting from him is Jew jokes, basically. Right. Iron Solomon, pretty much, apart from the Charlie Clips battle, I thought that was a little underwhelming. He kills every performance since he's been back. King of the Dot really works for him. I'd probably go Iron Solomon because, you know, Arsenal's got bigger priorities and Iron Solomon's a little more diverse in how he's going to attack Arsenal. Hopefully he doesn't repeat loads of angles, but he probably will.
We'll finally get Big K versus Pat.
I don't think this is going to be close at all. I think Big K is going to destroy Pat Stay, to be honest.
Right.
Pat Stay is on a really, really bad run of form. As far as I'm concerned, for the last, as soon as he started battling outside of Canada, I feel like he's looked really vulnerable. Big K is going to be punching a lot. And what was the last time he battled? What is it? In America, was it?
JC.
Calico? Was it JC? No, I'm talking about what is it? Pat
you're
Stay.
talking about Pat? Yeah.
For last match.
Oh no, Hollow.
Hollow. Yeah, that was it actually. But yeah, I think what is it?
Oh no, DNA.
Oh yeah, what UW wasn't it?
Yeah, UW. Yeah.
I think what is it? He's not really gonna like. Big K isn't gonna take a round off, and Pat Stay. Yeah, he's got a very predictable format. First round, he'll be sick. Second round, he's just gonna do loads of jokes, and it's gonna be really hit and miss. Third round, he'll do some real talk round probably about Big K's dead brother or something. Something just to sort. I can see his format coming too much now. I don't rate him as much as I did a few years ago. I think Big K 3-0. To be honest,
going from the heights of Big K to the person that asks our next question is the man Tidal. Tidal asks, why is Tidal the best battler you've ever faced?
Because he brought his fit sister and it worked perfectly for my rounds. That's Tidal's alright. He's alright, a little underrated.
Right. Ashley asks, who is Shake Spliff, right? Will Spliff, sorry.
Shake Spliff. That's an old school one.
That is an old school one, yeah. Your beef with Liv Winter.
I don't really have a beef with Liv Winter. It's just, what is it? I think before, was it Sunburn 2? Who did you battle? Was it J Red or someone?
J Red, yeah. Was it Kraft or?
It was, yeah, what is it? She was announced to battle J Red. I can't remember when I was still in Viewpoint. What is it? I think that's one of my most liked posts ever in Viewpoint. It was something like, what is it? Why is Liv Winter on this card? She's done like 2 battles. One of them was that weird sort of, she's doing like the Pedro, doing like weird feminism shit. I don't want to hear this shit in battle rap. I don't care if you don't like the word faggot, stop watching battles, shit like that. And then after got bodied by Crafty, she's done 2 battles. Sunburn's one of the biggest UK battle cards going, basically. And I didn't really think she deserved to be in it. So I was like, why are you putting Liv Winter on this card just because she's a girl, basically? And just like all the comments was just like, no, what? You don't know what you're talking about. You're so ignorant. It's just like this proper backlash. But and then what is it? She did the battle, choked everything around. But yeah, I don't really have a beef with her. I was just saying you shouldn't be on this card, and realistically, I was proven right, to be honest.
Right. Yeah, well.
But yeah.
Rylad asks, who's your top 10 UK battlers right now?
Ooh, top 10 now. Okay, Gemini, Soul, Quill, Tony D. Those are the ones that got to be in there.
Mm-hmm.
O'Shea.
5 more.
5 more. Mackenzie, you know, Mackenzie.
Let's kind of rep that.
Let's branch out. Bard. I don't think Bard needs to battle like a serious big name so people will actually take him serious. Now they're just like
Bard needs to battle Soul, I think.
I think he'd have to pay to battle like Soul or Tony D, but I think it'd be worth it.
Soul would body him, but it'd be good.
Soul would body him, but he'd be taken seriously. Like a lot of people aren't gonna watch your battles unless you're battling someone they want to see. But that's still one way. Even if you get known off losing a battle, you still get known off it. I think he should. He's got now he's just battling the same pool of people in King of the Ronalds. Doesn't really do anything for him. He's better than most of the roster. But like winning doesn't count if it does, or it doesn't really matter if you're not beating anyone that anyone cares about. Him v Bobby Rex would be a good one. I think that's pretty realistic, to be honest. I think him v Bobby Rex should happen. Or but yeah, what is it? How many have I got now? Mackenzie Bard, that's like 6 or 7.
That's your 7th, yeah. So you got 3 more.
No one else is that standout. It's Raptor, probably. Raptor's up there.
Okay, Raptor's making it. Og, is he getting there or?
Archaic.
No, Ogmios.
Ogmios. I don't really like. He's got like a sort of his stop-start. He's really hit and miss for me.
Wow.
To be honest.
Sensor?
Who else is? Sensor's not really active, but I mean, of all time, I'd probably put him up there. I'm trying to think of who's active, really. Dialect's probably up there.
Okay. So yeah,
and Shuffle T.
Yeah, Shuffle's a good addition. Ben Jameson asks, the famous Ben Jameson, how do you justify wearing a Matalan style Back to the Future t-shirt and coming out rapping to Titan like he's gonna shank a man?
I don't even know how to take that seriously. Like, right. I did like literally one stab bar. That sounds weird. One sort of weapon bar or whatever. To be honest, like literally half my angle was literally just like you can't rap about guns because well look at you,
right?
Like, so I wouldn't take anything said in battle rap too seriously. Like I say I'm gonna punch like pretty much every single one of my opponents, and I probably won't. You know, don't take it at face value.
Right. And we're going to get into one battle right at the end here, just before we wrap up. Yourself versus Titan, your most recent battle. I thought it'd be worth us just going over a quick one. And I hadn't actually watched it until 20 minutes before we recorded this, so these notes are fairly fresh. Talk to me about Dub Scandal as a whole. It seems like quite a good vibe over there.
Yeah, it's a great vibe. It was a great vibe, to be honest. It was really like old school Don't Floppish, to be honest. It was like. It was just, there was like loads of people, there was loads of food, there was like everyone there was specifically there to watch battle rap, and I feel like what's changing the scene is a lot of people just go there to battle rap events because it's something to do. But like I thought that everyone that was there to watch battle rap, they were proper excited. It wasn't like, all right, been here, done that, seen that. It was like there was a long list of battles. Every battle had something for someone. It was a great vibe, to be honest. Like, I don't rate Sheffield, the city in general. It's a bit weird, but the league could go far, to be honest. They probably have to start charging for events though. Like, it's not really. You're not really going to grow, to be honest, if you're not really charging, and if you're just using the same roster. I think they've probably got to change some of the basic principles, but it's a pretty good league. It was nice to go up there. I just wanted to try battling on another league that I'm not banned on.
And someone like Titan, as a figure, were you looking forward to battling him?
I think, what is it? His writing is pretty good, but I mean, I think until he like starts like attempting to be like, I can't really rap either, to be fair. Like, but you've got to at least attempt to flow. Like, he just screams text battler a little too much, and
right.
That's the scene doesn't need that. The scene needs more like intricate writing and all that. There's plenty of that. You've got to give something besides that. To be honest, you've got to be able to perform what you write. I think, to be honest, I win every round based off being able to do that, at least off conviction.
You a suburban pussy chatting about how you grip the weapon. I disguise this as a battle. This is actually an obesity intervention. Yo, because all these cunts are enablers. I brung you a wager to keep you from this self-destructive behavior, fixing another bitch's life. I'm Danny Jack as the savior. Yo, that was terrible. Yo, listen. Garbage. Alright, listen. Alright, listen.
No. Hold it down.
Listen, you have the body shape of a fully seasoned chicken. Ironically, in the face, you look more like Peter Griffin. Yo.
I think conviction's a key word here, and in his first Titan and opening up with a bus back Rosa Parks line.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I wasn't a fan of that, to be honest.
No. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say you go.
Koj, in the kind of vein of Titan, he's not rocking it at the moment. He's kind of blue checkered shirt that he's want to wear. But Koj's very much getting that himself with that UKBL hoodie.
Yeah, he's getting an image for it.
It's definitely
Koj and Raptor were in like proper OD with like the ad-libbing. It was just literally just like, shout out to Jack as well. Literally spent half the event in the toilet, came out covered in shit stains. That is, you need defining moments at events like that where people could be like, do you remember that event where Jack came out of the toilet and shit? You need things to happen at events also besides battles. The battles is just one facet of like people enjoying the event as a whole. You need other things to happen.
Yeah. Is that Jack of Fozzy and Jack fame?
Yes, Jack and Fozzy. Yeah, he did like a freestyle battle v Magic Mike that day as well.
Wow. Okay.
Shout out for him to be able to do that in the state he was.
Yeah, definitely. And Titan says that he's fire. He's not getting enough recognition in the round.
He does too many ad libs.
Yeah,
he's like, I'm on fire. You stop. keep rapping.
Keep going.
And keep going. Don't stop.
Cook food.
Yes, yeah. He's too affected by crowd reaction as well. He's like, what? That was fire. Why didn't you react to that? You have to keep going. There's plenty of times I've written a bar and like, okay, I'm going to put extra emphasis. I'm going to shout this line. And then I do it and nothing happens. You can't stop and be like, why didn't you react? This isn't helping you around at all. You have to keep going.
Mm-hmm. We get the forget chess style bar that I mentioned prior. Predicts your rounds, doesn't really get any reaction. Chapo's mentioned to some effect. I mean,
he predicted loads of stuff that you're going to talk about this and that, and I was like, I haven't got any of this in my rounds at all.
Obviously I'm a fan of your writing, but I can't really defend a backsnapping like Bane in Dark Right. I can't really defend a bar like that.
I was only doing it because what is it? It was a play on his bars. And what is it? He does what is it? Because now I'm back spazzing like slip disc. So it was like
right.
I wasn't writing it as like a serious punchline. I was doing it as like a reference into bars that he does. To be fair, but yeah, it isn't a great line.
Well, no, it's fine. I quite like bar after bar, and it ain't binge eating.
I felt like that was something that should have been said before. It's just like I must have heard this somewhere before. But I was like, no.
You remind us it's a obesity intervention. It's not a battle. His body's the shape of a fully seasoned chicken.
Yeah, what is it? In the face, you look more like Peter Griffin.
Yeah, we get
that. Was literally my whole first round. Is what I had almost for Bowski, word for word. Literally, I was just like, okay, fat jokes. Let's get these out of the way. These basically, like, I was supposed to battle Bowski not long ago, like Top Gun or something, and I just wrote loads of fat jokes. Never got to use them. I was just like, well, you never know when you're going to battle a fat person again. Yeah. Might as well get them out of the way. Yeah, I think that was probably my weakest round, to be honest, because it was like pretty generic, and it was like anyone could have written that, really.
Yeah, there was some okay stuff here. Him needing rebuttal for future heart attacks. You sort of pocket check his shirt and sort of get the size that fits and sort of grab it, and
because what is it? I remember watching a live feed of his like a few days before that, and he said, "What is it? I'm gonna bully this guy," and I was just like, "Nope, no, you are not." So I was literally just like, if he tries to get into personal space, let's back him up, and then specifically try and get in his face.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you have a good strong ending with the attack, and in his second as well, he's like, people sleep on me constantly. It's like
it's like you can't cry about these things in battles.
No, you can't
you can't do that. It's like, what is it? I was watching Goods v T-Top the other day, and what is it? I can't remember. Goods was talking for his round, and he was like, respect my rounds, and Goods was like, shut the fuck up or I'll knock you out. It's just like it makes you look real bad. You just gotta keep going.
He there's quite a cringe bit where he's like, I've came at my shell, people love me, and like he has to encourage people to applaud.
Yeah, you can't beg reaction like this.
No. And Raptor like won't shut up, it seems.
Raptor was like, fuck that whole event. I was like, he wasn't even on coke or anything. I was like, this is like the only time I've seen Raptor like just off alcohol, and he was like ad-libbing for everything. It was just so loud. Koji was as well for most of the battles, but like Raptor for every battle, basically.
I mean, we get a sort of like Uncle Phil bar. Like, I mean, you must be so bored of the whole Fresh Prince angle.
Yeah, to be fair, I haven't heard it anywhere near as much as I thought I would. Like, I probably only heard it like once or twice before then, but it's just like, this is literally the most obvious thing you could do if you're battling me. Literally just...
9 Flash in Sheffield, that ain't the full Monty.
Yeah, I'm getting, what is it, like they're like, well, there's only 5 people in Sheffield, so you've definitely got this wrong. I was like, well, when I was talking about the 9, I was talking about my dick size, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just like, all right, this is the only chance I'll get to use gun bars ever without looking ridiculous in comparison to who I'm battling. I was just like,
the gun starts singing like Axl Rose.
Yeah, what is it? Someone told me literally when I was spitting around to someone right before them that they were telling me I've heard this bar before. I was like, I've never heard this bar. Yeah, but it's like it's all right. It's just like I only did like 2 gun bars, just for the sake of it.
Yeah,
it wasn't amazing.
Not too many name flips either. I mean, we get a what's a mythological being to something that actually exists.
Yeah, I quite like that, to be honest, but like. I don't remember it getting much reaction, to be honest, but like
it's kind of a slightly watered down version of Soul's Real Matt as an abstract concept.
Oh, I did not think about that at all till you just said that now, to be fair.
But no, it's you watch a million battles, Carlton, you sort of see the patterns that aren't there. But like some of your I mean, he just kind of goes with the dildo stuff in the third, and it's not. I mean, it's kind of pitter patter.
It's been done before, to be fair. Like it is what it is. I can't really say I wouldn't at least do a couple bars on that if I was battling me. So I can't really disparage someone for doing that.
No, not at all. And slept on Fresh Prince bars as well. Apparently you sat on bars for 3 years for the Chucky battle.
That is the most random angle that's ever been thrown at me. I have no idea where he came up with that. Right. And fucking Maverick was in the background saying facts. I was no, this is not facts. I've literally never spoken to Chucky before I was supposed to battle him. No idea where he got that angle from.
Right. That is really weird. Yeah, that is weird. I'm stuck in the middle with you, kind of knife bars. Dub shit is how he sort of closed it out. I mean, I'm not being harsh, but I wasn't that impressed by Titan in this one, to be honest.
I think he's had better performances, to be fair. Like, but I thought he sort of reverted into old habits for a lot of it, and it's just like you have to try and improve with every performance, to be honest. But yeah, it's not his best performance, to be honest. I think what is it? I still think I won every round comfortably, to be honest. Even my worst round, I still think it was just like you're not really showing enough to beat me here.
You sort of you do the wheelchair flip as well at the top of your third. No disabled jokes when you're 2 donuts away from needing a mobility scooter.
Yeah, I knew to bring that up.
Good stuff, sort of chess-like bar as well from you, Carlton. Feel it in your gut, like intuition, something like that. So kind of.
I'm sure something like that must have been said before, but literally, like, I've seen so many battles before that I'm literally just like, if something sounds familiar, I normally like it might have been this battle or something, and then if I watch that battle and I don't hear in that, I'm just like, well, I mean, there needs to be like a website where literally every battle is recorded, and you can just type something in and find out if it's been said before. But like every battle I watch now, there's almost at least one bar that I'm like, what is it? I was watching, Louisiana v Frank Lucas the other day, and Louisiana spat at least 5 bars that I've heard before. It's just like, it's almost impossible to really like know for sure, unless it's like major bars or something really obvious, like I'll get rid of your whole block, like Tetris or something like some shit, obvious shit like that. It's hard to know if it's been said before.
It is, but just like with the chess ones, they're like ultra descriptive. That's why I like them. Like bullets coming out of their shells, like they're no longer uncomfortable. Like, just really kind of quite original sort of stuff.
Yeah, it's really original. Yeah, like he said something. What is it, Tay-Rock or something? Bullets stick with me, stick with you. They go through thick and thin or something.
Yeah. Or was it like hit rock bottom as well and like nothing left?
People's elbow. Yeah. People, what is it, moan about? What is it, the chest name flips? But if he's going to flip his name as chest and chest himself, you can't really complain when other people do it. But Tay-Rock's, Chess's first round in that is actually like in parts amazing, and then he just falls off so hard for like his third round.
Yeah, that always happens with chess. Like for me, I always remember seeing chess versus prep, and like his first round versus prep's amazingly good, like really strong. Like that real like original writing. But I mean, regardless of what are your plans then for the rest of the year going forward? Just to battle more and more.
Yeah, like I think if anything, I battled too much in my first year. To be honest, I had like including battles that weren't uploaded. I had at least 13 battles.
Right.
That's like 13 battles in 12 months, and I've got loads of shit battles. I think I need to space them out better and do battles that actually matter more, like the Joker Star one. That was a good one. Hulk one, that's not been uploaded yet. That was a decent one, but I think like it shouldn't just battle for the sake of it. I'm gonna try and do battles that matter more. I'm gonna try and maybe battle people like Bard, Riser. I think they're getting a few internationals over possibly for an event. Hopefully try and get on cards like that. Visceral, battle people like that.
Yeah.
Battle people I actually definitely want to see. I think it really helps with building stock in that.
No, that's great, man. And how do people get at you, like social media wise?
Don't have Twitter. Just get at me on Facebook, Carlton Shanks or Jamil Oriola. Basically, that's basically the only ways you need to reach me, really. Yeah.
Well, this has been great, man. Thank you for coming on and chatting. This has been really fun.
No problem.
And I will also just want to remind people, please follow us, subscribe, leave us a review, all the good stuff. Check out Carlton's battles as well. I'm sure we'll have you back on to discuss some stuff. But yeah, man, take it easy.
Yeah, cheers. It's been good, man.